Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Chaitanya Caritamrta class. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam tam sajivam sadvaitam savadutam parijana sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. We are continuing our discussion from Chaitanya Caritamrta. We are on Madhya Lila, chapter 21, entitled The Opulence and Sweetness of Krishna. In this chapter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining various aspects of the opulence of Krishna, and then he'll explain the sweetness of Krishna. Actually, after describing about the sweetness of Krishna in great detail, Mahaprabhu says, actually, I was not supposed to speak all that, but I just went in ecstasy and spoke all these things. Krishna has shown mercy to you. So we have discussed so far, Mahaprabhu explains the expanse of the spiritual sky and expanse of the material sky to explain this material universe. Mahaprabhu says it is impossible to explain the spiritual sky. So I will just explain something about the material sky. It tells the story of Brahma. One time he comes to meet Krishna. And then Krishna calls all the other Brahmas from the other universes. And then ultimately, Brahma realizes that I'm an insignificant speck in this vast universe, in this vast cosmic manifestation. And then we heard Mahaprabhu describing the opulence of Krishna by speaking a beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Swayam tu samyatishayasdradhisha Swarajya Lakshmyapta Samasta Kama Balim Haradhi Chiralokapalai Kirita Koti Irtapada Pithai. So this is a verse spoken by Brahmaji, and in this he describes the beautiful opulence of Krishna. Swayam Ati Asamya Atishaya Tradhishaha. So the Lord, he is unparalleled. Nobody is equal to or greater than the Lord. Actually, this is spoken by Uddhavji in the second canto, as he is describing wonderful glories to Vidurji. He says, Asamya Atishaya. Nobody is equal to or greater than Krishna. Swarajya Lakshmi, he is the controller and he is the owner of entire universe. All the opulences belonging to Krishna. And all the greatest of the personalities, Chiralokapalai. Chiralokapalai means all the predominating deities of this material worlds. They offer their respects, they bow down and their helmet touches the ground and they offer beautiful prayers. Mahaprabhu explains this word Trayadhishaha. He says there are four meanings of this word Triyadhisha. He is a master of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. He is a master of Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. He is a master of Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, and all the material worlds. And he is the master of higher, middle, and the lower planetary systems. So we have heard three meanings. Mahaprabhu explains the Samanya general meaning, how the Lord is the master of the three Gunavatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. That is general meaning. Samanya Artha. Then Madhyam meaning, how the Lord is the master of three Purusha avatars. That is the Madhyam meaning. And then he describes the confidential meaning also, how the Lord is the master of the three Dham, Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, and the material world. And then we discussed in detail about this. We discussed till verse number 89. So we'll continue from verse number 90, where Mahaprabhu is going to describe the fourth meaning of this word, Triyadhishaha. And this fourth meaning is the Lord is the master of the three worlds. He is the master of Gokul, Mathura, and Dwarka. That is the fourth meaning of, that is a more intimate meaning of this, the meaning of this verse. That is Gudha meaning. In that Gudha meaning, third is the Gudha meaning. He is the master of the Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, and material world. He explained how he is the master of the material world. That is the Bahya Avas of the Lord. Then he explained about the Vaikuntha Loka. That is the Madhyam Avasa of the Lord. And now he is explaining the Antahapura or the Goloka Vrindavan. In that Goloka Vrindavan, there are three parts. That is Gokula, Mathura, and Dwarka. So that is the deeper meaning of the word Triyadhisha, Gudha meaning. And Srila Prabhupada quotes Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, who describes that the Goloka is divided into three divisions. That is Gokul, Mathura, and Dwarka. And Srila Prabhupada writes, also the same way, when Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has three abodes. He stayed in Navadvip, he stayed in Jagannath Puri, and he also stayed in Brajamandal for a very short time, but he stayed there also. These are the three abodes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Krishna is the proprietor of all these three abodes. Mahaprabhu continues. As I had previously mentioned, when all the controllers of the worlds, they come, they offer their respects, their helmets touches the ground. And the helmets, when they touch the ground, it creates a jingling sound. And it seems like the helmets are offering prayers to the Lord. That is how the Lord is so very opulent. And Krishna, he is always situated in his spiritual potency. Shadaishwarya Purna Bhagavan. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yasha Shriya Jnana Vairagya. These are the Shadaishwarya of the Lord. And Krishna, he is completely manifesting this Shada Aishwarya. Krishna Ra Aishwarya Paramritera Sindhu Avagahite Nari Tara Chuilu Ekabindu. Krishnera Aishwarya, the opulence of Krishna, it is like the ocean of nectar. Apar Amritera Sindhu. There is no end to the ocean of nectar. The opulences of Krishna. Nobody can fathom the depth and the expanse of this ocean. Avagahite Nari. Nobody can even fathom how deep it is. So therefore, Mahaprabhu says, I have just touched a drop of this ocean. As Mahaprabhu he was describing the opulences of Krishna, he went into ecstasy. And the ecstatic love of God arised in his heart. And he became completely submerged in the sweetness of the conjugal pastimes of Krishna. And as a result of this, he started quoting beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, as spoken by Uddhavji. Yanmartya lilaupaikum swayoga maya balam darshayatam grihita vismapanam sasya cha saubagarde param padam bhushana bhushanangam. This is a beautiful verse which describes the sweetness of Krishna. Yanmartya lilaupaikum swayoga. To exhibit the strength of his own spiritual potency, Krishna Maya balam darshayatam grihita. He accepted a form which is suitable for his pastimes in this material world. Maya balam darshayatam. Under the influence of Yoga Maya, he accepted a form. The form of Krishna is not material, it is spiritual form. But he accepted this form which looks like material form, so that he can perform wonderful pastimes. As Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita, avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashtam param bhavam ajananto mama bhutam ishwaram. When I appear in this material world, in the human form, people think, oh, I have a material form. My form is not material like any other material person of this world. Maya valam darshayatam. He accepted a form which looks like a human form, which is suitable to perform wonderful pastimes. And this form, it is the original form. It is not an avatar. Krishna personally appears. And this form was so wonderful that even Vismapanam Swa Asya, even the avatars and expansions of Krishna are attracted to this form. Vismapanam Swasya Cha Saubhagarde Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. This form is so beautiful. Generally, when a person wears an ornament, the person becomes beautiful. But this form of the Lord beautifies the ornaments. Bhushana Bhushanangam. It is the ornament of the ornaments. The same thing is described about Lord Ram. When Lord Ram exhibits some qualities, the quality is glorified. Generally, if somebody has some good quality, the person is glorified for manifesting qualities. But when Lord Ram develops good qualities, the quality is glorified that, oh, Lord Ram is showing such quality. That quality is glorious. Similarly, when the ornaments are put on the Lord, the ornament becomes more beautiful. So that is how the Lord, as he went into ecstasy of describing the opulence, naturally he went into ecstasy of describing the sweetness of Krishna. And then he quotes very beautiful, many verses describing this one verse. Yanmartya lilo paikam swayogam maya balam darshayatam grihita vismapanam swa asya cha saubhagarde param padam bhushana bhushanangam. To describe this first few words, Yanmartya lilo paikam, he quotes beautiful verses. Krishna rayate ka khela sarvottama nara lila nara vaputara swarup Gopavesha Venukara Navakishora Natavara Naralila Hoy Anurup. Krishna Rayate Khela. Of all the wonderful pastimes of Krishna, Sarvottama Naralila, the best is the pastimes in which he appears as a human being. Naravaputara Swarup. And in this form, as a human being, it is actually the transcendental, supreme transcendental form. It is not material, it is not made up form, it is the original form of Krishna. And this form Gopavesha Venukara Navakishora Natavara. This form is wonderfully decorated like a dramatic dancer. Gopavesha Venukara, he's a cowherd boy. Gopavesh carries a flute, very youthful, expert dancer. Nara lila hoy anurup. And he performs pastimes suitable for a human being. As he takes birth, he cries like a small baby. Sometimes he steals. Sometimes he cries and demands so many things. Sometimes he tells lies. All these are the wonderful pastimes which Lord performs as a small ordinary child, just to attract. Evam sandarshita hyanga harina bhrityavashyata swavashenapi krishnena yasyedam saishwaram vase. So the Lord performs all these pastimes to attract the attention of his wonderful devotees. Krishnera madhura rupa shuna sanatan, ye rupera ekakan dubai sab tribhuvan sarva prani kore akarshan. O Sanatan, please hear the wonderful beauty of Krishna's form. Krishnera madhura rupa shuna sanatan, ye rupera ekakan dubai sab tribhuvan. One drop of the beauty of the Krishna's form can drown the entire three worlds. Sarva prani kore akarshan. It can attract all the living entities. When Krishna was there in Vrindavan, everybody was attracted to him. Birds, deers, tigers, elephant, everybody was attracted to Krishna. Even the trees were attracted to Krishna. Even the mountains would melt. Even the Yamuna would stop. Everybody was attracted. Sarva prani koryakarsham. And Mahaprabhu, to explain the word Swayoga Maya Balam Darshayatam Grihita, he manifested this beautiful form which attracts even his own expansions. So this form is Yoga Maya Balam Darshayata. This is not an ordinary material form. This is the own spiritual form of Krishna. Yoga Maya Chit Shakti Vishuddha Sattva Parinati Tara Shakti Loke Dekhaite. Hey Rupa Ratan Bhakta Ganera Rupa Dhan Gud Dhan Prakat Koila Nitya Lila Hoite. Yoga Maya Chit Shakti Vishuddha Sattva Parinati. So this form, this transcendental form of the Lord, it is presented by Yoga Maya Chit Shakti. It is presented by the internal potency of Krishna. It is not the external potency. Krishna is the external energy, internal energy, and the Tatastha Shakti. Marginal energy. Antaranga, Vairanga, and Tatastha. Antaranga is Chit Shakti. Yoga Maya Chit Shakti Vishuddha Sattva Parinati. It is the manifestation of the internal potency of Krishna. Vishuddha Sattva, it is transformation of pure goodness. Tara Shakti Loke Dikhaite. And the Lord has manifested this form by his Yoga Maya potency. Ei Rupa Ratan Bhakta Ganera Gudadhan. This beautiful jewel-like form of Krishna is the most confidential treasure of the devotees. That's the only treasure. There is no other treasure a devotee should aspire for. In this world, we are running after, since many, many lives, we have run after the wealth of this world. It has not given us satisfaction. There is only one thing which can satisfy the mind, satisfy the eyes, satisfy the ears. That is a form of Krishna, beauty of Krishna, the words of Krishna. Ei Rupa Ratan Bhakta Ganera Gudadhan Prakat Koila Nitya Lila Hoite. And this form is manifested. This is the eternal form of Krishna's sweet pastimes. That is what we should aspire for. Coming to Krishna consciousness, what we should aspire for, what we will get here. We will not get anything material in this world. We should not aspire for anything material in this world. Coming to Krishna consciousness, what we will get? We will get only one thing, the chance to glorify Krishna. If that is what we are looking for, then we are the wealthiest person. Otherwise, we can get the things of the world. Krishna can give us anything. If we want material things, Krishna will give us material things. But that is not the real wealth. It is like kacham, which in one, it is like broken pieces of glass. But when we get to see the actual form of Krishna, yam labdhva cha param labham manyate nadhikam tatah yasmin siton dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, after meaning this beautiful form of the Lord, manyate na adhikam, aparam labham manyate na adhikam. Nothing else satisfies the devotee after he has achieved this beautiful form of the Lord. That's the only treasure a devotee should aspire for. This is Bhakta Ganera Gudha Dhan. This is the confidential treasure of the devotees. Nothing else. The more we aspire for this form, the more we'll be wealthy. And the more we'll be satisfied. Otherwise, it is very difficult to be satisfied with the material things. And this form, Vismapanam Swa Asyacha, even the own expansions of Krishna, they are attracted by this form. What to speak of expansions? Even Krishna himself is attracted by his form. Rupa dekhi apanar, Krishnera hoila chamatkar, आस्वादिते मने उठे काम स्वसौभाग्य यार नाम सौंदर्यादि गुणग्राम यही रूप नित्य तारधाम. One time, Krishna was in Dwarka and he saw himself, his own reflection in the jeweled pillar of Dwarka. And he was stunned to see, who is this person? He's so beautiful. He stopped, he was looking at himself and he said, who is this person? I want to see his beauty more and more. Rupa dekhi apanar Krishnera hoila chamatkar. He is himself bewildered. He is attracted to his own form. Aswadite mane uteka. He wants to enjoy his own form. He wants to taste his own association. Swasaubhagya yaranam saundaryadi gunagram. This form of the Lord is all auspicious. Swasaubhagya yar. It is all fortunate form, full of 6 opulences. Saundaryadi gunagram. The 6 opulences, Aishwaryasya, Viryasya, Jnana, Vairagya, Yasha, Shriya. Ei Rupa Nitya Taradham. And Krishna is eternally situated in his opulences. So that's how Krishna is so very attractive. Prabhupada writes, Krishna has many pastimes, in which the pastimes of Goloka, lila, Gokula, they are the best. Lord, in his Vaikuntha lila, he performs wonderful pastimes, but Goloka lila is all the more sweet. Krishna has Vaikuntha lila, Srishti lila, but Goloka lila is the supreme. And he has various avatars. But of all the avatars, Krishna is the supreme. He is avatari. He is the best. Prabhupada writes, a mere one drop of Krishna's sweetness can drown the 3 worlds. Dubai sarva tribhuvan sarva prani kore akarshan erupera ek kana. Just one drop of Krishna's beauty can drown the entire universe. Even Vaikuntha, and what to speak of the Devi Dham, material worlds, material planets. All the 3 worlds are drowned. Everybody is satisfied seeing the beauty of Krishna. It is described by Uddhavaji when Krishna was standing on the chariot of Arjun. Arjun is shooting arrows. And all the warriors, they would just see the beauty of Krishna and they would be stunned. And getting this opportunity, Arjun would shoot his arrows and he would kill them. And they would be liberated. That is the beauty of Krishna. तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीरा यदा हवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम् नेत्रे पिबन्त्यो नयनाभिरामम् पार्थास्त्रपूता पदमापुरस्य. So beauty of Krishna attracts everyone. Prabhupada writes. Activities of Yoga Maya, they are not there in even Vaikuntha. What to speak of material worlds? It is only working in Goloka Vrindavan. Yoga Maya is working in Goloka Vrindavan completely. And then Mahaprabhu explains Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. Krishna's body, it is the ornament of the ornaments. Bhushanera Bhushanang Tahe Lalita Tribhang Tahar Upar Brudhan Naratan Tera Che Netrantaban Tara Drida Sandhan Vindhe Radha Gopi Ganaman. Mahaprabhu is completely in ecstasy, completely describing the beauty of Krishna, how this beauty is affecting Srimati Radharani and the gopis. Bhushanera Bhushanang Tahe Lalita Tribhang. Krishna's body, it is the ornament of the ornaments. And when Krishna stands in his threefold bending form, and on top of it, he has beautiful smiling face and the eyes, the eyebrows. When he looks, his eyebrows, they appear to dance. Taha upar bhrudhanu naratan. Bhrudhanu means the eyebrows. And when the eyebrows, they move, and the eyes, they look in an oblique way. Tera che netrantaban. That Hindi in Sanskrit is called kataksha. Sidelong glances. When Krishna would look at the gopis, Tera che netrantaban. It is like the arrow coming from the bow of the eyebrows. Eyebrows, they are like the bow. And when Krishna looks at the gopis, it is like shooting arrows through the bow. Tera che netrantaban tara drida sandhan. And when the arrow succeeds in hitting the target, what is the target? The heart of the gopis. Vindhe Radha Gopi Ganaman. Then all the gopis and Srimati Radharani, they are completely overwhelmed. When the glance of Krishna falls on the gopis, they are completely overwhelmed. That is the beauty of Krishna. It is Saubhagarde. Saubhagarde is Krishna's beauty is so attractive. It even attracts Narayana. His own avatars are attracted. Saubhagarde. We know the story of Brahmanas' children were getting, they were dying just after taking birth. And everybody was confused. The Brahmana came to Krishna and Arjun took a vow that I will protect your next child. Next child again took birth. He also died. And then Brahmana, he started chastising Krishna and Ugrasena. Arjun, he said, I take a vow. I will, if I can't protect the next son, I will die. I will enter fire. And next son again died. Although Arjun created a whole covering of his arrows. So Krishna had to protect Arjun. So Krishna and Arjun, they are on the chariot. And Krishna took Arjun through the material universe, crossing the various parts of Bhumandal, crosses the Loka mountain, crosses the thick darkness through his Sudarshana. He illuminates the darkness beyond the Loka mountain. He crosses all the 7 coverings of the universe, the 8 coverings of the universe, and then ultimately reaches the Paravyoma, Viraja river. In that Viraja river, they reach Mahavishnu. And there, Mahavishnu, he says, actually, I was stealing all these children because I wanted to take darshan of Krishna. The Mahaprabhu says, Krishna's beauty is so wonderful, Saubagar, even his own avatars are attracted. And what to speak of Narayana? Even Lakshmi Devi is attracted to Krishna. The chaste wife of Lord Vishnu, she is doing tapasya at Belwan to get darshan of Rasalila. That's how he is. He is Madan Mohan. He attracts the minds of the gopis and he attracts all the gopis. He is Manmathera Manmatha. He bewilders even Cupid. Manmathera Manmatha. And the Cupid is 5 arrows. The 5 arrows of Cupid are form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. But Krishna, he is actually the owner of these 5 arrows of Cupid. And he bewilders the gopis by this 5 arrows. And then, how Krishna bewilders not just living beings, he bewilders everything in this universe. He bewilders even non-living objects, and he bewilders even animals and the birds of Vrindavan. Nija samasakha sange gogana charana range Vrindavane swachanda vihar Yar veno dhvani shuni stavara jangama prani pulak kampa ashru bahedhar. When Krishna, he is roaming in the forest along with his coward friends. Nija samasaka sange gogana charana range, along with his cows and all his coward boys. Vrindavane swachanda vihar. He is roaming in Vrindavan. What is happening? He is playing his flute. And when Krishna plays his flute, what happens? Yara veno dhvani shuni sthavara jangama prani. All the moving and non-moving entities, the trees, the birds, the cows and the calves and the human beings, they all tremble. Pulaka kampa ashru vahedhar. They tremble, hair standing on end, their eyes full of tears. That is the beauty of Krishna's flute. When Krishna was holding Govardhan hill, he started playing flute. And all the coward boys, they are telling Krishna, please stop your flute. We have seen what happens when you play your flute. Stones melt, the river stops. What if Govardhan melts hearing your flute? We'll be in great trouble. So that's the beauty of Krishna's flute. Prabhupada describes some more detailed features of Krishna's beauty. Muktahara Bakapati Indradhanu Pichatati Pitambara Bijuri Sanchar Krishna Nava Jaladhara Jagata Sashya Upara Barishaya lila Mritadhar. Krishna, he wears a pearl necklace. Muktahara. Mukta is pearl. Muktahara Bakapati. It looks like a row of ducks, white ducks, around the neck of Krishna. Indradhanu Pichatati, and Krishna has a peacock feather in his head. It looks like a rainbow. Pitambara Bijuri Sanchar, and Krishna, he is wearing a yellow garment, Pitambar Dhoti. It is like a lightning. Who is the cloud? Krishna Nava Jaladhara. Krishna is that cloud. And this cloud is showering rains. Jagata Shashyau Para Barishaya lila Mritadhar. The nectarian rains, the constant rain of nectarian pastimes are showered on all the living beings of this world. That's the beauty of Krishna. Madhurya Bhagavatasar Vraje Koila Parachar Taha Shuka Vyase Ranandan Sthane Sthane Bhagavata Varni Ache Jana Ite Taha shuni mate bhaktagan. Mahaprabhu says, Madhurya Bhagavatta Sar. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is full in six opulences, Bhagavatta Sar. He is the essence of all the six opulences. He is the embodiment of all six opulences. And Krishna manifested this beauty in Braja. Braje Koila Parachar. And Shukdev Goswami has described all these wonderful things in Srimad Bhagavatam. That Shukdev Goswami, Vyasaranadan, the son of Vyasdev, he has described wonderful pastimes of Krishna in Bhagavatam. And in Bhagavatam, in many, many places, Sthane Sthane Bhagavate Varniya Chejanaite, he has explained the beauty of Krishna in many places. Taha Shuni Mate Bhaktagan, and this intoxicates the devotees. That's the only treasure of devotees. That's the only thing which intoxicates devotees. Nigama kalptaro galitam phalam shukumkad amrit dravya samyutam vibhagat bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika. Keep on drinking this glory of Krishna's beauty and pastimes. Krishna Shivrati Thakur writes, you know who is expert drunkard? Seasoned drunkard means he will drink. Keep on drinking, getting intoxicated, faint, again get up, again drink, again faint, again get up, again drink, again faint. That is a seasoned drunkard. So devotees, they are seasoned drunkards. Muhuraho rasika. It is described, Vyasadeva says, please keep on drinking this beauty of Krishna Katha. Muhuraho. Keep on drinking, faint, get up, again drink, again faint, again get up. That's how a devotee absorbs his mind in Krishna Katha. That's how a devotee absorbs his mind in Krishna's beautiful form. Taha shuni mate bhaktagan. Devotees become mad hearing the wonderful pastimes of Krishna. Nothing else satisfies devotees. Only Krishna Katha satisfies the devotees, and Krishna Katha never satisfies the devotees. When Buddha Vidurji met Maitreya Muni, he told Maitreya Muni, can you please explain and describe the beautiful pastimes of Krishna? I want to hear. I have heard a lot of Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha from my father Vyasdev, but they have not satisfied me. Paravaresham Bhagavan Vratani Shrutani Me Vyasa Mukhada Vikshnam Atripnumashulla Sukhavahanam Tesham Rite Krishna Kathamrita Oghat. In that description of Mahabharata, there is no Krishna Katha Amrita Ogha. Ogha means the ocean. Nahi hai, zyada nahi hai. Very little. Maitreya Muni says, you are there in the dynasty of Krishna, right? You must have heard a lot of Krishna Katha also. He says, yes, but who can be satisfied hearing Krishna Katha? Kastripnu ya tirtha padobidana satreshu vasuri viridyamana yakarna nadim purushasya yato bhava pradam geharatim chinatti. Who can be satisfied hearing Krishna Katha? Kastripniyat. When this Krishna Katha enters the ear holes, it destroys the attachment to the family life, which is a root cause of material existence. That's why Rupa Goswami, he describes in a Vyajastuti, says, never ever go on the banks of Keshi Ghat and see the threefold bending form of Krishna. Otherwise, you will lose all your attachment for your family members. Smeram Bhangi Traya Parichitam Shachi Vishtirna Dishtim Vamshinastyadarkshalayam Ujjvala Chandrakena Govindakyam Haritanumita Keshitirthopakante Ma Prekshishthastava Yadi Sakhe Bandhu Sange Sturanga. If you want Bandhu Sangha, please don't go and see the threefold bending form of Govinda. That is so very attractive. Unfortunately, we don't have that attraction. Durdaiva Midrashimiha Janina Anuraga. And then Mahaprabhu is in ecstasy. Next, In ecstasy, he describes when Krishna enters Mathura for the first time, all the ladies of Mathura, they are seeing Krishna's beauty and they're amazed. They are glorifying the fortune of the gopis. What fortune these gopis must be having. And Mahaprabhu, he described various wonderful mellows of Krishna, Krishnera Rasa, and actually he became overwhelmed with ecstatic devotion. He caught hold of the hand of Sanatana Goswami and he recited this beautiful verse. Gopyastapah kimacharam yadamushya rupam lavanyasaramasamurdhvamananya siddham drikbhi pibantyanusavabhinavam durapam ekantadhama yashasa shriya aishwaresya. So all the ladies of Mathura, they are saying, Gopya tapah kimacharam. What tapasya these gopis must have performed. That this rupa, yad amushya rupam, this form of Krishna, it is lavanya saram. It is essence of loveliness. Lavanya sar. Asamurdhvam, there is nobody equal to or greater than Krishna. Ananya siddham, you cannot surpass him in anything. And these gopis, drikbhi pibanti, they are drinking the beauty of Krishna through their eyes. Anusava bhinavam durapam, they always drink this nectar. Durapam, it's so very difficult to obtain, and these gopis are drinking this nectar every day. This form of Krishna, it is the only abode of Ekanta Dhama Yashasa Shriya Aishwarasya. It is the only abode of beauty, Yasha, fame, and Aishwara, opulence. Then, after quoting this beautiful verse, Mahaprabhu starts explaining various words in this verse in great detail. He says, what is the Lavanya Saram? You know, this Krishna's form is Lavanya Saram. How Krishna's form is so very beautiful. It is essence of loveliness. Tarunyamrita Paravar Taranga Lavanya Sar Tate Seyavarta Bhavodgam Vamshi Dhvani Chakravat Narira Mana Trinapat Tahadubay Na Udgam. Mahaprabhu is very poetically explaining the beauty of Krishna. Tarunyamrita Paravar, the body of Krishna, it is like a wave in the ocean of Taranga Lavanyasar. So the body of Krishna is like an ocean of eternal youth. And in the ocean of eternal youth of Krishna, the bodily features of Krishna is like one wave of it. One wave of the eternal youth of Krishna. Tarunyamrita Paravar Taranga Lavanyasar. And in that great ocean, there is a whirlpool. Tate se avarta bhavodgam. What is that whirlpool? The whirlpool is the awakening of ecstatic emotions. And then there is a whirlpool, and on top of it, there is a hurricane. What is that hurricane? Vamshi Dhvani Chakravat. When Krishna plays his flute, it is like a whirlwind. Whirlpool and then whirlwind also. Vamshi Dhvani Chakravat. And then you know what happens? When the gopis, they hear the flute of Krishna, their minds are like the dry grass. Narira Mana Trinapat. And they are sucked in this whirlpool, drawn by the whirlwind of the flute of Krishna. They are sucked in this whirlpool of ecstatic emotions. Tahadubay na hoyudgam. And after they fall down in this whirlwind, they never arise again. They are They are eternally there at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is Tarunyamrit Paravar. What austerities these gopis must have performed. Mahaprabhu says, "O gopis, oh my dear friends, what austerities these gopis must have performed that they are drinking this beauty of Krishna's body and sweetness through their eyes. And actually they glorify their birth, they glorify their bodies and their minds. This beauty of Krishna is asamurdhva. There is nothing equal to the beauty of Krishna. There is nothing greater than the beauty of Krishna. So much so that even Narayana do not possess such beauty, such sweetness. And the example is, even Lakshmi Devi hankers for association of Krishna. When Mahaprabhu, he was in South India Yatra, he met Venkat Bhatta in Srirangam and he is asking, Venkat Bhatta, I have a question. Your Lakshmi is such a chaste wife of Narayan. Why she leaves Narayan and she is doing tapasya to get the association of Krishna? Venkat Bhatta says, Krishna and Narayan, they are same. So there is no difference. It doesn't affect the chastity of Lakshmi. Then why she is attracted to Krishna? He's not able to understand. Because Krishna is more sweet. So that is the beauty of Krishna. Attracts even the most chaste Lakshmi, and she is doing tapasya. Ananya Siddham. There is no beauty which is better than the beauty of Krishna. It is all perfect. Seita madhurya sar anya siddhi nahi tar tiho madhuryadi gunakhani. आर सब प्रकाशे तारा दत्त गुण भाषे यह यत प्रकाश कार्य जानी सहित माधुर्य सार. Wonderful word is used. The quintessence of bodily luster of Krishna is so perfect. There is nothing better than that. Sahita madhurya sar anya siddhi nahi tar. There is nothing better than the sweetness of Krishna's bodily luster. Tiho madhuryadi guna khani. Krishna is the immutable mind of all the transcendental qualities. Madhuryadi guna khani. He is the mind of all the transcendental qualities. Immutable mind. And all the other expansions are also attracted. Arasabha prakashe tara datta guna bhase. In all the other manifestations, in other expansions, he manifests only some of these qualities, not all. And in Krishna's form, he manifests his full qualities. Yaha yat prakasha karya jani. That's how we know all the other expansions. Other expansions, they manifest some of the qualities, but not fully. Krishna manifests the qualities fully. And then Mahaprabhu explains, Anusava Bhinavam. He says, actually, Krishna and the gopis, they are all both complete. Krishna's love and gopis' love, they are complete. But the gopis' love, they act like a mirror. And when Krishna sees himself reflected in the mirror of gopis' love, he becomes more beautiful, more happy. And when he becomes more happy, it is reflected in gopis, activities and the mind and consciousness. So there is a competition going on, constant competition between the gopis and Krishna. And neither give up. So therefore, the pastimes of Krishna, they become newer and more sweeter. That is the beauty of Krishna. Anusava Bhinavam. Newer and newer. It is Durapam. Nobody can attain this beauty. Karma, tapa, yoga, gyan, vidhi, bhakti, japa, dhyan. Iha haite madhurya durlabha. केवल ये राग मार्गे भजे कृष्णे अनुरागे तारे मत कृष्ण माधुर्य सुलभ. You cannot achieve Krishna by karma, jnana, yoga, tapa, vidhi bhakti, jnana marga. You cannot achieve Krishna by all this. Yeah, aite madhurya durlabh. You cannot achieve madhurya by all these vidhi bhakti and tapa, jnana, karma, yoga, tapa. नहीं हो सकता. कैसे होगा? केवल ये राग मार्गे भजे से कृष्ण अनुरागे. Anybody who worships Krishna in the spontaneous loving devotion, they can attain this wonderful perfection. Otherwise, it is impossible. And Krishna's beauty is ekant dham yashasa shriya aishwarasya. He says Krishna's form, it is so wonderful. This form is only achievable in Vrindavan. You can't find Krishna's form in Vaikuntha. And this is the abode of all the wonderful qualities. And he quotes the word Anera Vaibhava Satta Krishna Datta Bhagavatta. So Krishna's opulence is the source of all the avatars' opulence. He is the only abode of all the wonderful qualities. And therefore, he is the original source and shelter of everyone. श्री लज्जा दया कीर्ति धैर्य वैशारदी मति यही सब कृष्ण प्रतिष्ठित. सुशील मृदु वदान्य कृष्ण सम नहीं अन्य कृष्ण करे जगतेरा हित. All the wonderful qualities, Shri, Lajja, Daya, Kirti, Lajja and Dhairya Vaisharadi Mati, beauty, humility, mercy, fame, all the other things, Dhairya, patience, expertise, it is all coming from Krishna. So basically, it is Krishna who manifests these wonderful qualities and performs various wonderful activities for the welfare of the world. That's the beauty of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, he writes that actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he describes in his writings that these qualities are actually coming from Krishna, and then Krishna imparts these qualities to even Narayan, because Krishna is the only abode of these qualities. Ekanta dham yashasa shriya aishwarasya. And the gopis, they are drinking this beauty of Krishna through their eyes. And they chastise the creator. They chastise Brahmaji. What type of eyes you have made? You don't know Jadav Dikshata. Mahaprabhu quotes two beautiful verses. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karna bhrajat kapola subhagassa vilasahasam nityotsavam nata tripo drishibhi pibantyo naryo narasya mudita kupita nimesha. This is spoken by Shukadeva Goswami in the 9th canto, one of the last chapters. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karna. Krishna's beautiful face has makara kundala, beautiful ears, then shark-shaped earrings, and effulgent shining cheeks, Rajat Kapol, Savilasa has some beautiful smile. And it is a festival. It is festival to see the form of Krishna. Nitya Utsav, it is eternal festival. Every day Brajavasis, every day Dwarakavasis would see Krishna going from his palace to Sudharma assembly and then returning back. They are never satisfied. They are not thinking, take a road to ja hi rahe hain. Today will not do. Everybody is alert on their toes to see the beauty of Krishna. They are never satisfied. This Nityotsavam na tadripu. They are never satisfied. Dribhi pibantu, and they are drinking this beauty of Krishna through their eyes. And when their eyes blink, they blame the creator. Kupita Nimesha, they are angry on Nimesh, they are angry on the creator. They are cursing their eyelids. Why you have made this eyelids? They blink and we are not able to see Krishna for Nimesha. Nimesha is a fraction of second. And Mahaprabhu quotes this verse by the gopis in the Gopi Geet. Atati yad bhavan hanikananam truti yugayate tvam apashyatam kutil kuntalam shrimukham jate jadau dikshatam pakshma kritrisham. All the gopis, they are blaming the creator. Atati yad bhavan hanikananam. Oh Krishna, during the daytime when you go to the forest, one moment appears to be like yuga. Truti yugayate tvam apashyatam. Truti is again a fraction of second. It looks like an age, yuga. Kutilakuntalam shrimukham chate. Your sweet, beautiful face surrounded by curly hair. We are not able to see when our eyes blink. You know why this creator, Jada Udikshata, he is a fool. He doesn't know the art of creation. The best brain of the universe, whose body is made of intelligence only, he is cursed and he is chastised by the best of the devotees. So however big manager you may be, however best you do this management, still you will be blamed. Jada Udikshata, Brahma is a fool. He doesn't know the art of creation. अरे हमको पूछ रहे थे हम बता दे कैसा बनाना है. So that's how Krishna is glorified by Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu he continues to glorify Krishna's beauty by comparing with Kama Gayatri. He'll compare Krishna's beauty with 24 and a half moons. Krishna's body has 24 and a half moons. And then he'll go on describing. So we'll stop here. We'll continue next time. Hare Krishna. Shri Caitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.